So I have my clear mountain pour melt down. I'm about to add some activated charcoal and mix it up. Be careful with this because the powder is very fine. So I have that. I'm going to spray with the rubbing alcohol again to get the bubbles out and clean up around my mold. So I've sprayed it and I cleaned up around my mold. I'm going to let this sit for a while and then we're going to move on to the next. I'm back now, so I have went ahead and melted down my coconut soap. And that cup that I had the charcoal and the clear mountain pour in, I put pieces of the coconut soap in here because I wanted like a thicker charcoal soap versus the gel-like or clear-like texture you get with the clear mountain pour. So I'm gonna go ahead on and melt that down as well. Be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So this is how it looks with the coconut base melted in the same container that had the activated charcoal. So I'm pretty sure it broke the skin of the charcoal because you can see the color in it. So it's going to blend in with the bottom of that soap base of the charcoal. Okay, so I added some more activated charcoal to my coconut mountain pour. But before I added the extra charcoal, when I showed you in the previous video, I just put a few lines on it, on this layer of white coconut mountain pour. I also melted down my Australian tea tree mountain pour. And we're going to go ahead on and pour this now. Oh, before I pour it, I'm going to add some scent to my activated charcoal. The tea tree already has a scent to it, the tea tree, which is natural for it to smell like this. So I have just a little of two scents mixed together, which is cucumber melon and ocean rain. So both of them are very dominant on their own, and I kind of like the smell of it together. And I didn't add too much because I didn't want it to overtake the tea tree smell. So I'm going to add the rest of it to the activated charcoal. And I'm going to mix that up, and we're going to go ahead on and pour. So I'm about to pour my tea tree Australian milk pour base. Now, all the chunks were not milled down when I poured this out, so we'll definitely get a nice bar because the big chunks that fell at the end, it broke through the base. The base of the soap. So we have that. My charcoal mountain pour that I have, I'm not going to pour all of this. I'm going to save most of this till towards the end. But I'm going to pour just a tad bit just to get some in the center. Okay, and I'm going to save the rest of that for later. Clean up and save that for later. So I'm going to let this sit for a while. As you see, I have the black layer that I wanted. I didn't want a full layer. I'm going to do that later on. So I melted down some more coconut mountain pour, clear mixed with tea tree mountain pour, and I still have my black charcoal left over. So I went on and did my mixture just to add to these extra bases that I need to add to my soap because clearly you see it's not enough to fill it up. So I'm going to go ahead on and add some in here, some in here, whatever depth. I already added some in here earlier, so I'm just adding these few drops. All right, so I'm gonna mix these three up and add them to the soap. I'm gonna take my alcohol and spray my face, and I'm gonna pour my coconut base. I'm going to pour it slow to keep from trying to break the base, this soap base that's already in here too much. Slowly add it. It's gonna take some time. Don't add too much and break it. I'm gonna let that sit for a while. I still have some of the white left that I plan on using. I'm just trying to give it like a creative design. So I'm back to pour the next layer of the clear milk pour the tea tree on top. Hopefully it has grown a skin, as you can see, or maybe you can't see, but I'm still gonna pour it pretty slow. Warmed up the little milk, coconut milk pour that I had. It has a skin to it. I only warmed it up for 5 seconds because I still wanted to have that kind of thickness to it in order to build my soak up. So we're gonna pour this on top. Okay, so I'm gonna spray the soak it in. It looks just like my cookies and cream so far. Well, chocolates and cream is what I call it. But the top of it will be thicker on the charcoal side, like the black side, versus how I do my chocolates and cream. So I just like how it looked with that layered look. So I thought I'd incorporate that with my tea tree as well. So as you can see, my it's so chunky and thick. It has a very thick skin to it that I just have mixed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour that on. All right, that's just about full. I still have some because I'm not done. I still have the white. I'll let that sit. And I'm going to melt this down probably like 5 seconds in a little while after this sit. And I'm going to put it on there and build up, take my spoon and kind of build it up a little bit. Sorry, I forgot to press record. But as you can see, Have thick the soap coming out. I'm gonna make sure I get some in front. Scrape this bowl to keep me from. So it's pretty hard. So I'm building that mountain up to give it like a layered type look. Because like I said, at first it started to look like my cookies and cream soap, but I want this to have like a different kind of consistency look with the black and white on top. So move it around.